your shoulders, and all of the madness has got you going crazy. It's time to get out, step out into the street, where all of the action is right there at your feet. Well, I know a place where we can dance the whole night away, underneath the electric stars. Just come with me and we can shake your blues right away. You'll be doing fine once the music starts. Oh, to the beat of the rhythm of the night, dance until the morning light. Forget about the words on your mind, you can leave them all behind. To the beat of the rhythm of the night, oh, the rhythm of the night. Oh, yeah. Look out on the street now, the party's just beginning. The music's playing, a celebration starting. Under the street lights, the scene is being set. A night for romance, a night you won't forget. So come join the fun, this ain't no time to be staying home. Ooh, there's too much going on. Oh, tonight is gonna be a night like you never know. We're gonna have a good time the whole night long. Oh, to the beat of the rhythm of the night, dance until the morning light. Forget about the words on your mind, you can leave them all behind. To the beat of the rhythm of the night, oh, the rhythm of the night. Oh, come join the fun, this ain't no time to be staying home. Ooh, there's too much going on. Tonight is gonna be a night like you never know. We're gonna have a good time the whole night long. To the beat of the rhythm of the night, dance until the morning light. Forget about the worries on your mind, you can leave it all behind. To the beat of the rhythm of the night, dance until the morning light. Forget about the worries on your mind. To the beat of the rhythm of the night, forget about the worries on your mind. To the beat of the rhythm of the night, forget about the worries on your mind. The music's playing, it's a celebration. The music's playing, everybody dance to the beat of the rhythm of the night. Forget about the worries on your mind, 'cause you can leave them all behind. To the beat of the rhythm of the night, dance until the morning light. Forget about the worries on your mind, you can leave them all behind. To the beat of the rhythm of the night, dance until the morning light. Forget about the worries on your mind.
Coming to you live on the air.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. It's nice having a couple days, few days away from this stuff. I think I got some. I think I got some sun, but you know what? What a way to get it. The podcast, your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door and talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I'm your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes. And joining me, as always, is the greatest producer of all time, Belle. How are you doing tonight, Belle?
You know what? I'm happy to be here tonight, Scott. How are you?
I've been better. I don't know. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good. steps are being taken. So I'm ducky. Can't wait to tell everybody all about it. Here at the podcast, we have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about and bringing the focus onto use case cryptos. Because as we know, these are what drive the market and bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. Status quo, it's no longer acceptable. It's time for a technological revolution. Welcome to crypto. Welcome to the podcast, and thank you. All right, we did get some songs in. I've been tracking them down, so I'm all right with that one. With any of the any of the Lonely Island songs, I'm good with it. Belle, what do you think? I mean, I love the Lonely Island.
I mean, how many people have we broken with the Lonely Island? I'm fantastic with that one.
more than one. No, I'm good with that, man. Keep going. Anything you guys want to hear tonight, we're happy to play it. We already got some stuff queued up. We got some Pilot, we got some Sly Fox, Casey and the Sunshine Band, little Brad Paisley, little Big Town, Bengals. So we got plenty of stuff queued up, but just guessing by what we just recommend or what that we tell you that's coming your way. You can see what we're looking for tonight, so try to keep it in that vein. We would certainly appreciate it. There's so many different ways I wanted to go today. If you guys have been following the trials and tribulations of the current crypto market and Germany dumping and all that other good stuff, this is kind of what we're dealing with right now. It is absolutely hammering my long tokens. Jackal is standing up very, very well, so I'm fine with it. Everything else, I honestly, I'm indifferent. They're gonna do their thing when it's time for them to do their thing. I'm not really sweating it, but scalping has been very, very tough. But leveraging, I've just been making. I've been doing well. So we're going to be talking about a little bit more of that tonight here. I've been overkilling Levana, man. Just absolutely. It's, that's the bear of it. If you are somebody who's sitting in front of the keyboard all day, every day, looking at all this stuff, engaging market sentiment, and I mean, looking at the Forex, everything that's going in the world between wars and real estate and everything else, you could start to get an idea. Not accurate, but you could start to at least have some information that you can work off from. You're not purely flipping a coin. If it came down to that, a coin flip where I'm going to get it right 53% of the time, I'm good with that. I would be 100% good with that, because then it's just a matter of time. Time is on my side. So that's the information that I go out looking for before I start putting in leverage long and short positions, because there's I don't go 2x, man. I'm a 10x, 15x, 20x. If they'll offer me those kind of odds, I'll take them. I mean, I will absolutely do that. I got no problem, because I work in narrow windows anyway. And the difference between a 2x long position and a 20x is that I'm going to get liquidated a hell of a lot quicker. But I'm not one that waits them out anyway. I'm only looking in there for a small percentage pop, because then that is more money I have to put into the next small percentage pop, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger. So when markets stagnate, and we're more or less stagnated right now, man. Look, Daddy's still got to earn, and Daddy has a tendency of earning over on leverage trading. And we even offered to do just a private stream, just 5 or 10 people who just want to really watch me go at it. I don't think we got a single email.
Yeah,
so did we get an email? Did we get one?
We've got 3 people that are actually wanting to watch that.
3. I'll tell you what, I'll run it with 5 if I got 5 people that are even remotely interested in that. You got to flip the script, man. And when markets get tough, you have got to flip the script. And that is how I flip the script, because I can't take scalping is just not getting it done right now when the market is this tight. It's just my positions are very, very small, and I get a little bit I get a little bit weirded out and spooked a hell of a lot quicker than I probably should be. I took out one scalp today. I took out one short position on OmniFlix of all things, and there's a reason that it's on the thumbnail. If you look at the thumbnail, you see the OmniFlix. Over the last week, that thing has been scary stable, considering the insane volatility that's been going on in the market right now. Over the last 7 days, I don't know many other things outside of just simple meme coins that have held the value that OmniFlix has. OmniFlix didn't even crash and burn off with everything else when Bitcoin did this, when Bitcoin took these big-ass wicked dumps, OmniFlix didn't go with it. Little bit, but not where it should have. And when Bitcoin made these big ass jumps, OmniFlix didn't go with it. It just kind of did its thing. It's just been slow, grinding, meticulous. I took out one scalp today, a tiny little $1,000 buy. And it cost me $19 to do it because I did it on osmosis. It's just slippage, guys. And when you're making a lot of these, I got to really, really pay attention to my slippage. And Osmo got 19 of my dollars today just for me to make that simple trade. And I'm up 6% on it. 6% of the total capital. I'm up 6% on that one simple trade. And I'm going to actually burn some of that off right now because a couple things are just really, really on sale. And one of those things, unfortunately, is Jackal. And I will always buy Jackal, particularly if I can ever do it with other people's money. How much was that stuff going for? Let's say 50, 500. We'll do... burn off 300 of it, and Flix just bought me $48 worth of Jackal. I'm fine with that. Didn't cost me anything. Lowers my DCA. Doesn't matter what price I buy it in. If you were buying this stuff with other people's money, by the way, this never seems to, no matter how hard I try to message this, it never seems to get across. If you are buying whatever it is that you are buying and you are using other people's money to buy it, it lowers your entry every single time. And it doesn't matter what the price is because you're not the one that's paying it. Now, one can make the argument you could take that money and put it into another investment, but I'm not going to do that because I have an intrinsic value. It's my own personal intrinsic valuations, man. There is no hard and fast rule for it. This is where I see the value. This is where I think it should be right now. And when it's under that number, I'm going to buy it. And when it goes wildly over that number, I'm going to look at the situation to see if I want to be buying it or selling it. But it is shockingly under my intrinsic valuation for it right now. It's not the fault of Jackal. It's the fault of Archway. Sorry, it is. It's Archway is just blowing up the world over there. And it doesn't seem like they have... it doesn't seem like they want to stop. I know the sumo matches are tonight or something like that. Is that what those are, Belle? Weren't they having like sumo fights or some shit like that?
They were having sumo fights.
Okay, so they're having sumo fights right now. Why this is what their token is doing. This is so akin to 4 days ago, they hit their all-time low at .047, and they're currently sitting at .0474. So while their world is burning around them, they're having sumo fights. It reminds me of the pillow fights, or the one that really stands out to me was one of the Cosmos verses where Sonny was out there wearing Roman armor, and he was talking. I don't even know what the hell he was talking about because I wasn't listening to it. I just saw the image, and it was funny because at the same time that he was doing that, Osmo hit 23 cents. So they are so out of touch with the way your average retail investor is going to see these things. They are so out of touch that while Archway's world is burning around them, they are still in the Coliseum to go watch sumo matches because breads and circuses, man. You got to distract people from the reality. What better way to do it than by, making assholes out of yourself? And it just seems like they're doing that tonight. So yeah, with them doing that and Sonny with the Roman armor while your token is at a new all-time low and you're still going on telling everybody how good everything is, it just gives me a lot of clarity. It gives me an awful lot of clarity. They do not care. If they did care, they would do something about it. They would shut down all of their little giveaways. They would shut down all of their fluff. They would shut down virtually everything. And they would be on Twitter. They'd be on YouTube. They'd be out there doing spaces and stuff every single goddamn day. Because the disconnect between some of these developers and the retail investors that listen to their early bullshit is absolutely staggering. And when you hide from it, when you run from it, and that's what they're doing. They're running from it. When you run from it, it does not instill confidence. You should at least pretend that you give a shit how much money you just buried people under. You should at least care about that, or at least make the pretense of caring. The last thing that I saw out of Archway and Griffin was, wow, man, it's just not working. We don't really know what to do. Does anybody have any ideas? That's what you want to hear out of the CEO. That's exactly what you want to hear out of them is, well, we don't know, man, but maybe maybe shit'll work out. So anyway, guys, yeah, look, it's a little bit tough right now, and when things get tough right now, I go home. For me, going back home is into leverage, and I have bunch of positions that I'm open on right now, and we're going to give you the context of those. As always, guys, questions, comments, concerns, observations, song requests, all that other good stuff. We're here to talk with you, not at you, but we are on our very first song break. I'm picking this one, all right, because They got to be fun, man. That's all I got to say. So we're, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy it. If you haven't heard the DeBarge song in a long time, I promise you haven't heard this one either. So I'm just going to hand it over to Pilot. Boys, please take it away. It's magic. You know.
Never believe it's not so.
I'm such a good singer.
It's magic. You know.
My mic is on.
Never believe it's not so. Never been awake. Never seen a day break. Leaning on my pillow in the morning. Lazy day in bed. Music in my head. Crazy music playing in the morning light. Oh, ho, ho, it's magic. You know. Never believe it's not so. It's magic. You know. Never believe it's not so. I love a sunny day. Dream of far away. Dreaming on my pillow in the morning. Never been away, hey. Never seen a day break. Leaning on my pillow in the morning light. Ho, 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 it's magic. You know. Never believe it's not so. It's magic. You know. Never believe it's not so. Ho, 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 it's magic. You know. Never believe it's not so. It's magic. You know. Never believe it's not
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. I'm sorry about the hot mic, dude. I love music. I'm incredibly eclectic. It really doesn't matter what era. I'm all the way through it. I love everything, and it's a passion for me. So when something comes on, particularly a song that I like, it's that one that one really does it for me. I'm sorry, man. I won't let it happen again. I did glance over at the chat and I saw Rarma's in here, man. Look, there's I'll tell you what, round of applause for Rarma. And this is coming back. This is actually coming back from I made some money on it, so it kind of worked out for me. But it's coming back from that one right there. If you guys take a look at Whale, something unusual happened over on something unusual happened over here on the Mighty Whale. Not too long ago, and it was actually this right here. Now, at that very moment, Bitcoin was taking a hell of a dump, but White Whale fell off 65%. I mean, 65%, and it took it exactly that long, just immediately. And it was Rarma was right on it. I mean, that guy's just like, okay, something's wrong. Let me go find out why. And it took him, I don't know. I don't know how many hours he spent on it, but probably much. The guy knows what he's doing, and he made a post on Twitter. I found it intriguing, and it was actually to the whale team. He was like, "Look, I'm going to sum it up, but do you want to tell him, or should I tell him?" That was it. That was the whole post, and I messaged him right away. I said, "Okay, what the hell, man?" And it was developer wallets. It was a whole bunch of developer wallets. If I'm off, dude, go ahead and please correct me, man. But it was a bunch of developer wallets, and they took out loans against it over on Kajira, I think, and then they just got absolutely liquidated when those things. They didn't repay them. They went bust, and when they go bust, Kuji immediately spot sells everything, and to get their money back. And when you spot sell that much for a small market cap token that fast, then you get a 60% fall off or 65% fall off like almost instantly. So anybody who was touching that token, any of the poor retail investors, the people who just believe their bullshit, are sitting there watching over half their money just simply disappear. So Rarma steps back up. He said, "No, I know what happened here, man." So look, I'll give you guys a chance to come clean. It wasn't an hour after he posted that suddenly you got a big announcement from the whale team, because they came out with their standard shit, I mean, like they always do. We actually have a live read for that, the crypto losses accountability playbook from Tom's self-help manuals. And if you're a developer that's about to rug your project, you should really buy that book first, because we tell you what to say. And it's like they read it verbatim, because, I mean, they actually came down, and at the end of it, I thought this was just ballsy. But they came out at the end of it and said, we actually see this as a good thing, because now there are so many more tokens that are distributed, and that's going to lead to overall growth. And yeah. You're going to tell the people that you just popped for 65% that was actually a good thing. It's a good thing. All right, you're looking at it the wrong way. I mean, it is absolutely the broken window fallacy in effect, and they just threw it up in your face like this is just crypto. And for them, it may be. There's a reason that I stay away from all of the Kajira, all of the white whale, all those other things, because they are crypto. These are Terra people, all right? These are Terra people that just like to spin the bottle and hope it kind of works out. And sometimes it absolutely doesn't. They play too cute, too fast, too loose. They don't actually have products. They have derivatives. They have semblances of products, and I want nothing to do with any of that. Nothing. So yeah, I feel real bad about it, but I'm going to buy into anything that's sold off that quick. I'll take a flyer, man. I'll do that shit all day. And I don't know what Rarma did, but I got a hunch he was on it too. Because you know how it works. You know how, these pools work and how all this stuff does, and it's going to get a little bit of a bounce. Is it going to get back up to a penny? That's a hell of a long climb, particularly for a token that just rugged all of its investors. And that is what it was. It wasn't intentional, but you cannot play that fast and that loose with developer wallets and expect things to work out. And in this case, it absolutely did not. And you paid the price for it. Guess who did not pay the price for it? The developers. They came out of this just fine. As a matter of fact, it was a good thing for them, because now they have all of this money and they're all good, and the token's just in the shit, so they could literally buy it back themselves. I didn't listen to the press conference that they put out. I got a hunch Rarma did, but I am almost certain that in some part of that press conference, they were mentioning all the token buybacks that they were going to be doing. Without even looking at it or listening to it, I am almost assured that was mentioned in there somewhere. And why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you buy them back now? If you did, you'd be some of the only developers that actually buy back your own token. So could I take you at your word? I don't know. You also said, you also denied that it was you until Rarma caught you. Once he caught you, then you're like, yeah, okay, here's what really happened. You need people like him, dude. Honestly, I would literally sponsor Rarma just to go out and do my bloodhounding. Something smells here, dude. Go out there and find it. I would literally pay the man to do it, because, you know what, it makes for really, really good press. So if you want to go around and play in the white whale, you are more than welcome to play around in the white whale. Not really for me. I took a flyer. I made some good percentages. I cut my losses, or I cut it off at $1,000, and anything that goes above $1,000 on that little number right there becomes something else. That's it. Hands down, that number becomes something else. That's all the exposure I'm going to take on this, and $1,000 is not exactly a lot of money to me. So There you go, man. You go ahead and play in your world. We'll see how it works out. Bill, you've been real quiet here. Are you even listening? You're not even listening to me right now.
I am actually listening, but nobody's asking any questions, which is odd.
Well, I'm not sure what else to. I'm not sure what else to do about that. I would have thought people would have been all over that one. I was ready for it. I would have thought they'd have been all over it. You know what I think? Here's what I think. They're tired of hearing bad news, and they just want to hear how can we make some money. I got a hunch that's it. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to keep tap dancing around any of this until people literally ask, well, Scott, what are you doing right now? When they ask me that question, Scott, what are you doing right now? I will show you what I'm doing right now. But until then, guys, we're up on a break. Sorry, Belle. Every 10 minutes, you know the drill here. We're up on a break, and to keep the movie, keep the show going, and to keep the energy going, one of my all-time favorite songs from one of my all-time favorite bands. You know them, you know them, you love them. Take it away, Casey and the Sunshine Band. Now, baby, give it up, give it up, baby, give it up. Now, baby, give it up, baby, give it up.
Can you give it, can you give it, give it up? Come on, baby, I need your love. Do you know I want it, baby? Come on, baby, I want your love.
You how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine. I would never understand.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. My mic was on again. What? I went to bring Bell back, and I realized, shit, I wasn't muted. There we go. All right, Bell, questions, comments, concerns, observations, anything, or else I will literally just show people what I'm doing.
All right, so new type dropping the comment. What's been hilarious is the charts with Adam compared to the new hot airdrop coins this year. Tia, Saga, Dim, Nim. If you held Adam, you actually did better. That's scary.
You know, I think Adam's sitting at the old, real. It's not in a happy place. Let's all take a look together. It's not exactly in a happy place. And I've been on these. I've been on Adam for forever. I've been called every damn thing that I think you can be called. And if you look at this, is what's great about Adam is you can look at this on the max chart now. So you're looking at a token that was launched $2.75 in 2019. That completely dominated the bubble and now is completely burned off to nothing. I've been seeing a lot of Twitter stuff on that, and that's kind of funny to me because people are starting to wake up a little bit. Maybe it's not going to be $100 by the end of the year. Let me save you the mystery. It will not be $100 by the end of the year unless Bitcoin is sitting at about $475,000. And even then, I would question it. Look, man, Adam does have a purpose. It doesn't have it does have a purpose. All right, look, people need jobs, man. All right, devs need jobs, and you have to pay people to do jobs. So what better thing to pay them in than Adam so that they can immediately take that token, liquidate it for cash, dump it on retail underneath them, and then they can carry on, build, baby, build. So, yes, Adam does serve a purpose. It pays a massive validator set. They've been paying them for years and years and years. It's paid a massive validator set to effectively do nothing. And let's not forget the Adam Accelerator DAO, which has been giving away just millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of Adam and has effectively built nothing. But even doing nothing, I guess you could say, is doing something because the price did, in fact, move. So round of applause for Adam. It's not really anything that I'm interested in, but I am kind of I'm interested in it over on Levana. I like the idea of longing and shorting the shit out of it. I've been making more money on Adam because there's not a massive percentage run that you're going to get out of this thing, out of Adam. So as market sentiment and Bitcoin and Ethereum and the top 20 start to lean, Adam has a tendency to lean with them. Now, when you're doing a 20x position or a 50x position or whatever the hell you want to do, it's not real hard to do it over here on Levana. And when you do that, now, again, your range is tiny. All right. Between you getting liquidated and actually making money, your range is tiny. The only part of the range that I care about is my liquidated position. That's all I care about. What price will it be for me to liquidate all of my collateral? That's what I care about. The high end, I don't care. Please keep going. But I'm only going to grab a small percentage anyway. And what's kind of cool is that they do give you the tools. You can set your stop losses. You can set your limits. You can set everything. Your P&L, the fees, because if you're going to, let's say you take one Atom. And as a matter of fact, I did. I set it up just for this. This is one Atom, a single Atom in a 21.27x long position. And as soon as it came up, the fees were already rolled into my P&L. So they're going to charge me a VIG for borrowing what's effectively 21 of their Atom. I put up one as collateral. The max I will ever lose on this is one single Atom, and I borrowed 20 of theirs. So the only thing I'm looking for on that price in this case is for that little number to go up. I only need it to get to about $5.95 or $6. 15 cents on that is much bigger return when you're at 20x. But my liquidated position on this is tiny. I mean, it'll tell you right there. Look, if it hits $5.66, I'm wiped out. I lost my Atom. But it is, and again, I just set this up. I do much larger positions, guys. But I wanted to show this up just to, or set this up just to show you guys. You got to do something, man. You've got to change. You got to change the scenario. As long as Bitcoin is going to keep doing kind of crazy stuff like this, so you're looking, like anybody else, whether you're doing it as spot or leverage. Because I get a lot of, I see all the hate and all the Twitter and all that other shit. You never leverage, you're going to lose it all. It is gambling of sorts, but it's gambling where you have a lot of information that you can get on your side. So I made my money through leverage. I'm going to be biased over towards leverage trading. I'm never going to recommend it unless it is pure throwaway. I don't care what happens to this money. Unless you're in that kind of position, then sure. But the whole idea behind it, and is particularly with a smaller platform like Levana, is it enables you to put up small amounts of collateral and actually make big trades. So if you want to feel, that kind of rush, that's where you're going to go to get it. But that's where it does come down to. Practice, all right? Use their test net. Practice. Start to get a feel, get educated before you start throwing real money into this. You want to be very, very careful. But I can tell you what happens to people who take no action whatsoever, particularly in the crypto market, particularly in a crypto market with negative sentiment where things are bleeding down. Eventually, you are going to simply get swallowed up. Inflation is going to kill you. The devaluation of the dollar is going to kill you. All of these things are going to kill you. So you either get into smart products, smart utility products, and you get into them early. Again, I'm not backing away. The paradigm of the entire crypto world has changed. People haven't caught up to us yet, but they're starting to. The discussions are beginning. So unless you have it baked away into businesses, in this case, utility tokens that provide a service and they are compensated for those services, almost like a business. If you're not over in that, then it's just a matter of time until you're the next white whale, until somebody else gets cute and absolutely wipes out 65% of your holdings in a single instance. You got to change it up a little bit. So I get very, very excited when the velocity of money increases. This is the velocity of money increasing. Now, a lot of it's Germany. I know Germany's dumping tons and tons and tons of Bitcoin. The whole Mt. Gox, I mean, I get it. There's a lot of stuff up here, and Bitcoin for all. And Bitcoin is a speculative product. That's all it is. It's not even a product. It's a meme token. It is purely speculative. So, but you still want to see the velocity on it ramping up. The quicker that thing goes up and down, the more action you're going to see on the rest of the market going up and down, and it's going to start triggering market sentiment. We're waiting for one thing. I'm sure the thing that's going to set this off is maybe a quarter point reduction in the U.S. interest rate. That's what's probably going to really, really give it a nice little pop. The ETFs, the Ethereum ETFs, sure, that's going to generate some action. I think it's mostly priced in by now. We already saw what happened with Bitcoin. If you look at the Ethereum, when they really started talking about it and the SEC finally backed up, it moved about the same percentage. So I'm not going to expect much out of the Ethereum ETFs. I think it's more or less priced in. But they're going to be looking super, super hard over at the U.S. interest rates because Canadians cut, the EU cut. I mean, everybody's starting to cut now, and the U.S. simply hasn't. And love us or hate us, man, we still sitting at the head of the table as far as the financial markets go right now. So, again, love it or hate it, doesn't really matter. All right. Anyway, you asked, what is Scott doing? That's what I'm doing right now, and I'm going kind of crazy on some of these. They got a lot of offerings, man. Now, I've been staying more or less around Atom because I know the token. I'm deeply familiar with it. I know how it moves. I know what it's up against. What it's up against is a bunch of people that are holding, have something that's valued at billions of dollars right now, and they're the dog who caught the car. They caught it. They have no damn idea what to do with it. Now, Ed has been clear as just crystal clear over the years that they have no damn idea what to do. But overall, the token moves more or less predictably. Burn that chart in your head right there. You guys looking at that? You seeing it? All right, let's look at Bitcoin. Aside from that part popping up and the length of it, but you can see that looks eerily familiar between what Bitcoin did and what Atom did. So that's what I'm looking for, is exposure on something that's going to move in a slightly higher percentage, because Atom will, both up and down. It will move in a slightly higher percentage than Bitcoin will, and it's something that I can 20 or 30x. So that's all that I'm looking for on that. I'm kind of staying with Atom, even though there are tons and tons and tons of fun tokens that you can play around with over here. See that one right there? You guys see Sol? Sol's got to destroy Levana, because when Sol decides to finally get off his ass, once the meme stuff settles down and people actually start getting down to business, I think Solana is a real good place to look. Solana USDC, if Solana takes another run like that and there's some people up there in some long positions, man, Lafana is going to get just smoked on that. So I find that one really interesting. Anyway, Belle, questions, comments?
All right, Microman, during the first song break, talking about you singing,
Yeah.
it was like listening to a chorus of angels.
I got nothing, brother, but I appreciate it, man. We Microman and all, we all go way back, so I appreciate it, man. I wouldn't say I've ever been called. I can carry a tune. I'm not a terrible singer, but I'm just, we used to gig around Des Moines a lot, me and Dave, and it's nice when you're in there, and as soon as you walk out, you forget we existed. I think that we were the perfect lounge singers, so I can carry a tune. I'm never going to be on American Idol, but I appreciate it, brother. Carry on, Belle.
All right, next one coming in from Zazu Think Tank. When was the lock-in for V4 on Jackal for the $8 for a terabyte? I couldn't find that on your last show.
As soon as V4 goes live, and it's going to be, it's not long, brother. It's any day now. We got clarification from Marston. Yes, absolute clarification that it is locked in. So any plan you're paying for now is locked in at the current price of $8 per terabyte. They're estimating that it's going to go up to about $15 per terabyte once V4 goes live. I still think that that's too cheap. I think they should have been $23, $24 per terabyte. Based on what you're getting, it's still a steal. So, yeah, I think that they should have raised it higher, but it is going to $15. But anybody, whatever you own right this moment, whatever plan you own, you're grandfathered in. So until your plan expires, you are paying $8 per terabyte, regardless of what version, whether you're on V3 or V4, you're paying $8 per terabyte. Everybody's going to be on V4. You get so much. The thing, Belle, that has me jazzed more than this, you're on screen, by the way, Belle, so smile. And the thing that has me jazzed about this more than anybody else, and I'm surprised because it got overlooked, so I got no heat on this whatsoever, is he literally told me, you were there, Belle. He said a gigabyte upload is going to take me from 30 to 60 seconds. You heard him say that, right? Yep. So 30 to 60 seconds for a gigabyte upload is the fastest in the industry. I mean, nobody's even close to that. And the reason I want to get a hold of V4 more than anything else is so I can continue my comparison videos. Because if you're going to send a gigabyte file up to Filecoin, it is hours and hours and hours. Arweave, it's going to take you 15, 18 minutes. Igon can't even do it. The bulk of these things literally cannot even do it. So if I could show that Jackal dashboard, watch that thing, sit here, make a video with a stopwatch, and say that it made it up in 48 seconds, that's the fastest that exists anywhere in the blockchain. And for people who care about their data environment, meaning the active cloud, I'm going to put stuff in, I'm going to take stuff out, time matters. And if they can do it at that speed, which is stunning to me, because right now a gigabyte is going to take me anywhere from 6 to 8 minutes to get it fully uploaded to Jackal, which is still fast. I mean, it's still stupid fast, but it's not as fast as YouTube. It's not as fast as Twitter or any of these other social platforms. But if they can do it, it is faster than what you can do on Twitter or YouTube or any of that. So I'm fascinated by that. But anyway, you get your prices locked in. As long as you buy it before V4 goes in. I just bought solid year on every single wallet that I own that uses Jackal. And yeah, there you go. Anyway, carry on, Belle.
All right, old man, road trips have got to be a blast with Scott.
Road trips? Oh, I don't know about that, man. I have to do, if I'm driving, I'm sober. All right. I'm not that kind of wild man. If I get out of town and I don't have to worry about going live or if we have guns near us or anything like that, I'm a good time. I I keep the energy up. You could do worse. So yeah, appreciate it, man. Carry on, Belle.
New type. Scott, thoughts on the portfolio demo challenge for podcasters? Winner gets power bottom token at the end of 30 days.
I did not look fully into those details, man. Was this coming up when I was out? Because I was out of town for like a few days. I was in Minnesota. I was up in Minnesota and I was shooting, so I don't know what all happened. But I'll tell you what. Sure, I'll tell you what. You guys want to do a challenge? Get me updated. Let me keep track of it. We'll talk about it on the streams. This is a family stream anyway. We'll talk it up on the streams, and sure, I'm happy to put a pot up there for to award the people who are putting in the work, man. I'm more than happy to do that. I think it's a wonderful idea. Belle will give me all of the details, and Belle, please carry on.
Zazo Think Tank, what kind of impact will a quarter-point rate cut do for AXV Bitcoin USDC pair? Close it out or hang on?
Virtually all of my large pairings are paired with USDC. I will always pair with USDC. My preference is to pair with USDC as opposed to anything else. The only reason that I have large pairings against AXV is because I expect very big things out of AXV, man, and that thing is absolutely going to pop. It's going to be my Jackal 2. I had my Akash 1. I never got my Akash 2, but my Jackal 2, whatever it's going to be, is whatever is heavily tied up and partnered up with the Jackal token. AXV happens to be doing that. AXV is going places, man. They're going to Naviro. They're going to Neutron. I know they're working on getting it over there to Solana. And I know that they're in discussions to turn the whole thing into an actual app with a lot of the Web3 abstracted away. When they do that, cha-ching, that's all I got to say. So I'm happy to keep pairing against AXV. My largest AXV pairing is against USDC, but that's also very, very self-serving. I want to try to support the token as much as I can, but I also know when that AXV hits, when it starts to take off, as IL kicks in, that AXV is going to become USDC. I never have a problem with my tokens becoming USDC. I never have an issue with it. It's why I V3 everything against USDC. I want it to either become the heavy, or I want it to sell off gradually and become USDC. That's why all of my V3s over on Camelot, with the exception of one little oddball, and that's Pendle and Ethereum. I like Pendle. Big fan of Pendle, but I don't mind I don't mind those tokens becoming Pendle. I don't mind them becoming Ethereum either. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm doing with my AXV. We don't do financial advice, but you guys see my damn wallets. I'm pretty sure you can. I'm sure you can figure out where my holdings are and what I'm doing with them. I mean, for fuck's sake, it's right there. Carry on, Belle. One more, and then we got to get to music.
G Torres, are you still in the Osmo USDC hybrid pool, Scott?
Over on Osmo, or are we talking, is there one over there? Obviously, I'm that familiar with it because, let me see, if it's not paired, the only pools that I see really over there right now on Astrovault is Osmo and XOsmo, which, at 6.5%, man, it's not terrible. If you get some stability out of Osmo, its best days are behind it. Everybody's wrong, and I'm right. All right, its best days are behind it. So, but it's not bad if you just want to hold something more or less stable at 6.5%. It's not terrible, and no lock-ins, man. So it's not like you got to wait 30 days or whatever to get it out of there, man. You can do it at quickness. Am I paired Osmo USDC? Absolutely not. I have effectively, aside from dust somewhere in these wallets, I'm in effectively no pools over on Osmo. They are the past, and I have no additional interest in it. Anyway, we'll get back to it, guys. We're gonna get back to it. Belle gets to pick the song this time. We'll get to the Lonely Island. We still got some fun stuff coming up. But I told Belle, keep them light, keep them fun. So she said the following song by Brad Paisley. So, ladies and gentlemen, hope you like some fun stuff. And here we go. Brad, take it away. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I like that song, Bell. That's a good call tonight, actually. I feel good about that. Tonight's show is being brought to you by Smoke Wagon Bottled in Bond, by the way. 90-ish dollars per bottle. Good quality buzz. Highly recommend for those of you who do partake. But I drink it just pure neat. I don't put any, no ice, room temperature, just neat. That's good to go. Makes me happy. What else am I doing? I know we got some other questions, Bell, and we're going to get to them. What else am I doing? These are my Camelot pools. Now, I'm not heavy in Camelot. I'm kind of spread out quite a few places. But these are actually my active pools, and that's USDC paired with Ethereum. I'm good with it, whether it becomes Ethereum or becomes USDC. It's nice to be paired up with something that is always going to be of interest. So there you go. That's my wild card right there. I'm only doing it for, there's a lot of action on it right now, man. Pendle and paired it up with Ethereum. There's a lot of action on it. And that's more or less what I'm interested in. But I got maybe 50, well, I don't know how much over that much is, 15 and a half $1,000 on the board, about 15,000 in cash, just sitting there waiting for some inspiration. And right now, I'm not really getting terribly inspired. These are V3 pools, guys. So the things that you got to keep in mind with the V3 pools is two things have to happen. Trading sideways is not fantastic for them because that means there's no velocity of money, there's no action, and these APRs are paid out on the action on the pool. It's not a flat rate, all right? This is not like something you would get on Osmo or over on Astrovault. It's different. So you can see these extremely high 7-day APRs. Break it down, and you're going to start to you'll start to put it together and figure out what's going on over here, but you also need a lot of action on the pools. Now, Ethereum, I've been getting plenty of action over there. I'm cool with it. I've been pulling 80, 90, 100 bucks a day. It's not a fortune, but I don't care if either of these tokens becomes USDC or becomes Ethereum. I'm in these. I'm in a common range. I don't do really, really tight tolerances on these. I don't want to pay that kind of attention to a V3 pool, and I hate to rebalance, but in this case, I don't care if it becomes Ethereum or USDC. It really doesn't matter to me. I'm happy to hold either one of them. So if Ethereum really, really takes off, then I'm effectively selling it as it goes. I'm getting a VIG for the sell, and then it all becomes USDC. I'm right back where I started. I can reevaluate and figure it out. Pendle, Ethereum, that one's a little bit different. I would prefer the Pendle become Ethereum, and for that to happen, that would mean Pendle would really, really have to boom off. But again, I don't care if it becomes Ethereum. I'm good with it. And I don't particularly care if the Ethereum becomes Pendle, but you can see the amounts that I have in those is that I'm not 100% confident, or there would be another zero on the end of it. But you got to earn, man. That's it. And any dollar that you earn, particularly in an incredibly volatile market like this, has exponential value going forward. So I'm always going to keep something on the board. I'm always going to be going for it in one way or another. But these are, I feel relatively comfortable over here doing it here. Camelot's always been a solid platform. It's very, very easy to use, and the funny part is the gas fees, guys. These things are nil. So like if I wanted to harvest the $32 and I told it give me that money right now, and you can see that it's paid out in both Ethereum and USDC, my cost to pay it to process that transaction is a penny, 1 penny's worth of Ethereum. So I love L2s over on Ethereum for that reason right there. And I'm not going to pull it right now. It doesn't matter whether I get it now or whether I get it later. It doesn't matter. It's going to be a penny unless there's like tremendous action on Ethereum. I don't see that happening. So, yeah, I like the gas fees, and it's another reason, though, that really bummed me out about Cosmos, because back in the day, when Cosmos was still hot and running and all that stuff, that was one of our selling points, is that the gas fees are so low over on Cosmos, it's practically non-existent. And you know what, I'm gonna carry this on for a minute, Bell. I know we got some questions. I'm gonna get my thoughts out on this. That was our big selling point in the Cosmos, is that gas fees were so ridiculously low compared to Ethereum. But then something happened on Ethereum that changed the paradigm over there, and that was all of the Ethereum V2s that spun up. And once they did the Ethereum upgrade, the gas over there it's ridiculously low. I mean, a penny, you saw it with your own eyes. It costs nothing. I am paying more on Cosmos and gas than I am here. And here, let me show you. I don't want you to just take my word for it. Let me show you. If I wanted to collect those rewards right there and pop that button and say, sure, give me that money, it's going to tell me that I'm going to pay 11 cents, which again is not a lot of money, guys, but I'm going to pay 11 cents over here to collect that on Archway. Then as opposed to collecting it, paying Ethereum over here on Camelot Dex, which is a penny. So when you get such a severe shift in the narrative, I hate to use that term, but that's something everybody understands. But when you get such a severe shift in the narrative that it's now cheaper to do business over where more liquidity lives, it kind of goes down to causality. At what point do you realize that what you banked everything on is no longer in play? It simply doesn't work over here. So at what point do you change as developers, as builders? At what point do you change that and stop living in the past as if your gas fees were even relevant? Because right now they're not. Every V2 over on Ethereum is simply cheaper than everything on Cosmos. There's a hell of a lot more liquidity. That means price action. Living over on, price action, exposure, market, everything over there on L2s on Ethereum as opposed to the Cosmos. So at what point do you really step up and recognize, holy shit, we have got to take action? Because right now, the only action that we've seen repeatedly over here is paying a validator set that's producing empty blocks and things like Whale that just rug the shit out of you. So it comes down to, man, look, how beat up are you that you can't seem to pull yourself out of this, pivot, or recognize that it's a lost cause? This is pragmatism. Big fan of Cosmos. Huge fan of Cosmos Deep In. I think it's the best in the world. Jackal is hands down the finest system that you're ever going to see. And a cache is so stupidly easy to use, it's ridiculous. Cash and Kudos are stupidly easy to use. Very inexpensive. Gas is cheap. Bell, you like that? Gas is cheap. But at what point do you really sit down and take a good hard look at this as the big picture and say, this is just not working? What is it going to take? Anyway, Bell, questions, comments?
All right. Old man, regarding the song pick, can take the girl out of the country, but can't take the country out of the girl.
No, Belle's a 100% Tennessee hayseed. She's gonna deny it, but she's 100% just a pure hayseed. Yeah. So anyway, carry on, Belle.
Microman, regarding the song choice, this is great.
Yeah, I like the format, guys. All right, I like to listen to music. We don't get paid to do this. All right, you say, how many tips did we earn tonight? 0. We are giving up our time for this. So if we're going to give up our time for this to hopefully just for us to be able to say what we want to say in the manner that we want to say it, we want to enjoy ourselves while we're doing it. I like music. Belle likes music. It works well for us. Carry on, Belle.
Old man, USDC Ethereum pool is like the sword in the stone.
I'm trying to frame that analogy, brother. Let me see. You're not way far off with that one, man. There is some there. There is some there. Out of all the pools that exist over on here on Camelot, and if you want to see some pools, there's 18, 19, 20 plus pages of these things, man. You can effectively swap anything for anything and create a pool for it. I mean, they give you the tools, knock yourself out. These are the different tokens that are up here over on Camelot. Now I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to really keep running this down for everybody. All of the Osmosis maxis that just wet their little pants constantly talking about how great Osmo is and it's going to beat the shit out of everything else. $10 is inevitable again. I want you to look at the tokens that you can trade over here. All right, I could just keep scrolling up and down, and any single one of those, if you want to create a V3 pool and you have liquidity, you could just go knock yourself out, man. They will take any action that you want to put up there, any action. So V2 is, Camelot is not even a super popular L2 over on Ethereum. This one's built on Arbitrum. It's not even a hugely popular one, man. There are 50 of these that I could show you all day, every day, talking about all of these different things with all these tokens and all this action and every single part of this being a better deal than what you're getting right now. So again, man, I got to ask what's keeping you. And if you're having trouble, you don't know how to get your tokens over here, Rango. All right, Rango is your friend. Carry on, Bell.
All right, Ambido. Scott, what are your thoughts regarding V3 asset manager protocols? Stuff like Gamma or Steer. They basically do the rebalancing for you, but charge a fee. Not sure how good a job they do compared to a manual V3 LPing.
Yeah, I understand they exist. I haven't really looked too heavily into them. Brother, look, man, it's my money. I don't want anything out here signing transactions on my behalf. I refuse it, man. Look, there's a reason that I'm in the DeFi. There's a reason that I'm in the fringe DeFi. I don't want anything signing my transactions when it comes to my hard money. So I like it. I think it could definitely be a tool, an asset for somebody who does not put the time in that I put into this. The hobbyists, that kind of thing. Now, I could certainly see some value in that. It's just nothing that I would ever use, man. I don't want anything signing my transactions. I'm going to sign my transactions. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm not gonna thumbs up or thumbs down. I'm gonna leave it right there in the middle and say, up to the user. Caveat emptor, and you do you, bro. Bell, carry on.
Zazo Think Tank. Camelot makes Osmo look like a warm, day-old half-drink beer. Nobody wants it, and it tastes horrible if you do.
It's kind of funny how that works in it. It's the Cosmos attitude, man. It's the IBC. Just wait, everybody's gonna be here, and you have no idea. And yeah. But Camelot has almost the same TVL as Osmo. That's kind of funny. There's almost as much money sitting over there on Camelot as there is on Osmo, and we don't even pay him lip service. Yeah, but that's Ethereum. No, it's not. It's Arbitrum. All right, man. It's an L2 over there. That's actually kind of kicking your ass up and down the board. Liquidity is leaving the cosmos. People are tired of it. We have been rugged. We have been beaten. We have been bullshitted. We have just been crushed up and down over here with your neat ideas, and people are getting tired of it. So the idea that that an old hat, the idea that the guy with the ball and the dog is going to come up and trump just hard, cold numbers, I think it's ridiculous, man. Look, I am branching out. I have more money over on Arbitrum than I do over in Cosmos anymore. My largest holdings are Cash, Kudos, and Jackal, because those are just 100% money shots, but I have very little interest in anything else over here anymore. Airdrops those were 2 years ago. All right, nobody cares anymore, man. I get it. You're going to hold on for your Saga, your Dim, and your Tia. And it just amazes me that the fact that all three of those that are basically clones of each other all came out at effectively the same time. And people just, you know what? I need a Rarma. And say, go find me dev wallets, man. Go find me all of these things. And you're going to see that it's all just one big puddle of icky that is just going to beat the ever loving shit out of you. And it pulled a lot of liquidity out of Cosmos, man. So I guess it did its job. Anyway, carry on, Bell. One more. We got a song. Go.
Adam B, looking at the average transactions per block across the Cosmos is incredibly depressing.
Yeah, you know what? If there's one thing that Cosmos does, and I'm going to swear that they excel at this better than pretty much anyone in crypto, is producing empty blocks. There are 90 plus L1s over here if you put them all together. I mean, for God's sakes, Dig still has validators. So what we do better than anybody else is we produce empty blocks faster than anybody else can produce empty blocks. And that's all I got to say about that one. All right, guys. We do our kind of not coming to the end of it yet, but we're going to get ready to kind of wrap it up. Give me some better questions, man. Hit me. Ask me anything. It's everything we do here is an AMA. But I just, if I keep talking to you, man, I'm not going to say anything positive, and I'd like to say some things that are positive. So please ask me some good questions. I'm going to help inspire you here with another one. This is the producer's pick song. So again, Belle's she's just a raging alcoholic. So all of her songs end up coming over in this direction, and it's country, man. Like I said, she's a hayseed alcoholic. It's fantastic. She's a great producer. She's talking to me right now, by the way. You can't hear her, but she's, I'm not saying, stop saying. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna say whatever the hell I want. You know why? Podcast. Look at there. It's right on my shirt. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoy. Give me some good stuff. We'll be right back.
My friend named Jack, he's got my back. He always seems to know right where I'm at. My friend Jose, he likes to play. He's
I love this
always up
song.
for anything I say. A little bit of red, a lot of bit of crown. Don't matter what it is, I'm gonna drink it down, down, down. The wine, the beer, the whiskey, I ain't only things that fix me. I'm not saying it's a problem, I can stop it if I wanna. But the wine, the beer, the whiskey, they always get me. My friend named Jen, she's got some friends. I'm talking Brandy, Sherry, and their brother Jim. My friend the captain, we call him Morgan. He likes to anchor down and hang over till morning. A little bit of red, a lot of bit of white. Don't matter what it is, it's gonna make it all alright. The wine, the beer, the whiskey, are the only things that fix me. I'm not saying it's a problem, I can stop it if I wanna. But the wine, the beer, the whiskey, they always get me. My friend named Tito, he's my amigo. I'm gonna follow him around wherever he goes. The wine, the beer, the whiskey, yeah, I got all my friends here with me. I'm not saying it's a problem, I can stop it if I wanna. But who would wanna when the wine, the beer, the whiskey, they always get me. They always get me. They always get me. Yeah, they always get me. They get me.
Muted again. My bad. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats, kids, welcome back to the podcast. Boo. Boo. France won. France wins in penalty kicks. And for Microman, England and Switzerland are next, dude. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah, sorry about that. France. You know what? Not going to talk about France. Not going to get political tonight. Belle, we are kind of coming to the end of this thing. I got another song that I want to end it with, which is a nice, fun one. But I do want to finish talking with people and not at them. So, Belle, do we have any questions? And she was jamming through that whole song. I got her in the little window, and she's like, the wine, the beer. She just all go great. The wine, the beer, the whiskey. Huge alcoholic. Go ahead, Belle.
Rarma, have you checked out Charm Finance? Self-managed multi-range vaults.
No, sir, I have not. But now that you mentioned it, I certainly will. See that, or that's kind of the problem with this, man. We got so much stuff that's coming out, and there's so many tokens, so many places, so many different things that you need to be looking at. I simply can't see all of them. And so, Rama, no, hat tip, thank you very much. If I make any money there, dude, I'll send you 10%. I appreciate it, Belle. Carry on.
All right, Microman, Aegis launch.
Aegis, we need to, we talk, it's ready now. I mean, it's on my phone. It works. It works a treat. It's basic, man. Keep in mind we got alpha printed right on the top of it. That lets us do whatever the hell we want to do because hey, it's alpha. What do you want? Works a treat. It's fantastic. If people actually consider what's under the hood. If you consider what's under the hood of this completely Web3 abstracted app that is using blockchain and the fact that you're sending data to the most secure storage that's ever existed, the most secure cloud storage that's ever existed. The only thing that you can do that would be better than this would be to keep it local on your computer, or even better, put it on a thumb drive and unplug it. That's the level of safety that we're talking about. If you look what's under the hood of this, it is absolutely astounding what this tiny little app will do, and the fact that we just broke down so many walls with it. It's live. I'm already using the hell out of it. But we want to make sure that we give the customer. You only get one. This is what people don't think of. And Bell, I'm going to rant here for a little bit. Not rant, but I'm going to expand on this a little bit. This is one of the big things that crypto misses more often than not, is the fact that you only have one chance to get a consumer. One chance. And if you miss it, that guy is not coming back. He's just not. And this is something that has just buried the cosmos endlessly, is the fact that they still live in this field of dreams mentality, man. And that shit was 2 years ago, all right? 2-3 years ago. It's not like that anymore. Competition is rampant. It is violent. It is Thunderdome now. And if you don't upgrade your product to support or be the absolute best user experience you could possibly create, then you are not going to get those people back. And just the fact that you have a wallet that is registered on there does not mean that you have an active user that is using your product. That is the big, huge monster elephant in the room that we never talk about. So we want to make sure that our consumers, because we're only going to get one chance for someone to put the APK, download the app and use it. We're only going to get one chance. And if we screw it up, we're not getting them back. We're just not. We have to think consumer first. We thought of the consumer and we work back to the tech. We want to make sure that we give you guys the absolute best experience, and that's going to include upload speed. Upload speed. It matters because we have completely abstracted away the Web3. You don't know what's going on under the hood, but we absolutely need it quality. If it didn't matter, if we didn't think people cared, we'd have built this on Filecoin. We'd have built it on Arweave. We can always abstract Web3. We have very, very, very solid devs working for the podcast, and they will do whatever the hell I ask them to do. But if we thought it was going to be a better user experience, we would have put it somewhere else. We don't think it's going to be a better user experience. We think Jackal is a superior product, and this is my money. All right, we didn't raise. We didn't do any of these things. I completely bootstrapped this, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars that I put into this. But we only get one chance to get you guys. So we need to make the experience as flawless as possible. For us to do that, we need V4 to be live. We need that 1 gigabyte upload that's leaving your phone and ends up on Jackal inside of 60 seconds. That's what we need. That's what V4 is going to give us. So for those who simply don't care, don't mind about the wait, just are so excited to see it, we're happy to share it with you guys. But if you could, please give us a little bit more latitude. Let V4 roll out. Let me test it once. Let us test it a little bit internally on the app, and when it's there, boom, it's going. Now, they're so confident, and I have no doubt that when they go live, we're going to be going live shortly after that. But again, guys, we're not asking for money. All right, we're not asking you to invest in the Aegis token because we don't have a token. We're saying give the product a chance, but when you do that, I want to make sure I keep you. I am extremely passionate about this. It has to be right. It's fine for me, but I can't say that it's going to be fine for everybody. So let's make sure it is, and then off it goes. Hope that answered the question. Bell, carry on.
All right. And Rarma, if you make money using Charm Finance, do a community giveaway with the 10%.
Yeah, whatever you want, brother. I'll tell you what, man. If you could, I don't know if you do public shows. If you would, you are invited. I think you and I could have some excellent conversations, man. We can get down into the nitty gritty, and that's where the really good information lives. I'd be more than happy to. But yeah, I'll tell you what, man. I'll move 50 grand over there. We'll play around with it. If we can make some money, sure, we'll give it away on a show. But for me to give it away on the show, I want you on the other side. So instead of me flipping over to Bell right here, it's going to be the face of Rarma. And I think it'd be awesome, man. Look, Bella, BELLA at ThePodocasts.com. Yeah, man, I'll take a shot at it, dude. If you know what, hey, we make $5 grand, it's a fun stream then, because then we're giving away $5,000, and all of our people, our family, turn into Lord of the Flies real quick. They're gonna knock down old man and take his glasses so that he can light the fire. That's what's gonna happen as soon as you throw money on it. I'm excited for the opportunity. Bell, carry on.
New type coming in with the last question. What's your fave crypto debit card?
I don't, it's an old one. It's actually on my phone. It's a very old one. And the funny part about it, every time I go looking at my phone, I realize how often people do not remove apps. They simply don't take them off their phone. They're always going to be there. They forget about it. They don't care about it. They'll keep scrolling through, and we don't get rid of apps. That's why we went mobile first with Aegis, as a matter of fact, because once it's on your phone, odds are good you're not going to delete it. We want you to use it. All right, we want you to use it. We're not going to, the metric that we're using to measure everything out here is daily active users, not how many people downloaded it, but how many people are using it. DAU, that is the only thing we care about. We have a lot of, I'm going to drift here, but I want to make sure I get all this out. We have a lot of further plans for this thing. As a matter of fact, in V2, when you open up the app, if you want to sign up for it, you hit one little button and you're going to be sitting behind a VPN, but the VPN is going to be Sentinel. We're going to integrate Sentinel. We're going to put it in the app, in-app form. You're not even going to be aware that you're using a blockchain VPN. We think that this is absolutely critical for the average, so that we appeal over to Web 2, that you never know that you are using blockchain. That is the secret sauce, the thing that people are simply cannot get their heads around. So that's all of our future plans. But for us to do that, we need daily active users, because if we hit enough daily active users, guess what? We don't have to raise. Those guys are going to come to us. VCs are going to come to us. You have 38,000 daily active users in the Cosmos, on DPIN in the Cosmos. We'd like to invest. That means we are forced to scale. We need more servers. We need more devs. We need everything. That's why you should be raising. Not so that you can build a fucking science fair project, but so you can build out and continue to grow and enhance a popular goddamn app. When did this become not the way to do things? This is exactly the way to do things. That was a rant, Bell. I'm sorry. Was that it? Was that the last question? Or are we all good here?
We've got one more comment from the Better 101. You never mentioned anything about Shadow. It's a Solana storage competitor to Jackal and Akash.
I did take a look at Shadow. Shadow is a very, very popular central bridged. I'll tell you what, brother. I'll do a video for it tomorrow. I don't. A lot of stuff that I do is very, very negative, man. I don't do it to say, look how much better this is. I do these as be aware of what you're looking at. Be aware of what you're dealing with. So I don't hammer Iagon anymore. They're the ADA version of Jackal. Not even remotely, but they're the ADA version. Big market cap. People love them. Very passionate community, and it's absolute crap. I really don't want to put those things out. But now that you pointed it out to me live, public, and on the stream, I have no choice but to do a review of it. I am familiar with it. I like to think I'm familiar with most of the DPIN projects. But yeah, brother, you want to know? I'm more than happy to show it to you. All right, one more song, guys. We're gonna come out, give our outros, and we're gonna be moving on. So let's see, what do we got up here, Bill? I'm gonna pick this one. One of my all-time favorite, just purely fun songs. Anybody under my age probably never ever heard of it, but I love the song. I love the energy of the song. So my brothers, my old folks, Lenny from Lenny from Laverne and Shirley. As soon as I say that, you should know I'm talking about who I'm talking about. David St. Hubbins, who's the patron saint of quality footwear. Take it away, sir. Dazzle me, and we will see you guys here in just a second. So bad. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kids, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'll tell you what, old man, if you're not familiar with Spinal Tap, dude, when we're going to close out here right now. These are my closing thoughts. Bella will give you hers, and then we're out. But look up watch the song Bitch School by Spinal Tap. Tap. It's so 80s, man. It's absolutely wonderful. Just look up the song Bitch School. I should have played that one. I think the audio is a little bit better. That one, they're a little low. You can't find a lot of it. It's kind of obscure now. But yeah, it's they're fantastic. And the funny part is if you look up the band Spinal Tap, one of those people that were in the band Spinal Tap actually played the Six-Fingered Man in The Princess Bride. So these guys got range. They can make silly songs, and they're in, and they're the guy who slayed Inigo Montoya's father. So yeah, man, a lot of range. Hope you guys enjoyed it tonight. We're gonna be back tomorrow. I haven't quite wrapped up a guest yet, but I got a hunch we're gonna get somebody. I'm gonna hit up Rara, see if he wants to come on tomorrow night and have some fun. So we don't have a guest for tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is our professional stream. If I can't find a guest, it'll be a music stream. If I can, then it's going to be a very professional stream. I'm going to look and see if I can find someone. Maybe Cosmos Joe. I know he's on summer break right now, and I know he's got a lot of shit he's got to say. So maybe we'll bring Cosmos Joe on if he's available. But guys, hope you enjoyed it tonight. Hope you liked the format. Hope you got some takeaways from this. I'm going to go watch Euro Cup, man. I got to say, I'm a huge football soccer. I'm a huge soccer fan, dude. So I want to go watch Euro Cup. Belle, please talk us up. Take us out of here. Had a wonderful time, guys. Cheers.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who joined us this evening, we cannot say thank you guys enough. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys and the comments and questions you throw our way. Now, as Scott was just saying, we are going to be back on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Standard. In between now and tomorrow night, if you guys have any other comments, questions, or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to Scott or myself, Scott at ThePodocasts.com or Bella at ThePodocasts.com, and we'll get those answered for you. Again, we can't thank you enough, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word,